folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you as always. Welcome to the final of the Australian Open. It's going to be a good one, this, isn't it? I can just feel it. We're going to touch on it in a second. Like the video for me if you would. Get yourself subscribed if you're not, and we'll waste no more time with it. Actually, before we do, we did manage to get something from the semi-finals. We had a feeling Djokovic may retire. If he weren't feeling 100% and retire, he did. Didn't win as much as I originally planned, but nonetheless, it still weren't a loss. Still got something. We seem to be on a nice little roll. Leading into the finals, I'm going to try my best to finish us off with a win. So we'll see what we can get. But we've got Sinner and Zverev. Yeah, played each other quite a few times over the past few years. Head to head, 4-2 to Zverev. That may shock some of you. Sinner winning the last meeting and the first one. First time he played was 2020 in the French Open. The last time he played was in Cincinnati last year, 2-1 to Sinner. Very close games. All of them have been close. Pretty much all these games have been close. Both of them have been fantastic so far. I don't feel like any of us are going to be surprised that these two are the ones that are battling it out for the title. Zverev didn't play much in his last game, did he? Even though Djokovic was injured and he only really got through the first set, he still took him to a tiebreaker, didn't he? That go to a tiebreaker the first set? Yeah, it did. I don't know, man. I mean, do you reckon Zverev would have beat him if he was 100% fit? I don't, I really don't. Not surprised Djokovic pulled out, like I've just mentioned. We did have a feeling that was going to happen, so I didn't mind having a bet on it. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's void. We still got something, didn't we? I can't help but think that Jannik Sinner is going to beat Zverev today, and I don't know whether it's. He looked a bit fucking shaky again in that. He didn't look shaky against Ben Shelton. That I don't mean it like that, but he was cramping a bit, weren't he? Slight concerns, regarding the fitness of Jannik Sinner, in my opinion. I don't think I'm worried about it too much. Zverev, as much as I'd love him to win this, and I've said for ages now I'd love Zverev to win a slam, he's been playing exactly how he would play in order to make it into a final, if not win the entire thing. We'll give him that. But with that being said, you have to agree with me that how many times have we seen Zverev get to that point in whatever tournament, and he always underperforms, doesn't he? He always does, and it kills me to say it, but it's just a fact. He just never really does it in these crucial moments. Sinner's obviously defending the title. I'm expecting nerves from the pair of them. Obviously with Sinner being the defending champion of this title, and Zverev, obviously, as I mentioned, going for his first one of his career. I can't believe he hasn't had one already. Sinner's got 2 slams. I'm not going to say it's now or never for Zverev, because it's not. He's made it to the final of the Australian Open. The season is looking really, really good for. He's the world number 2, isn't he? World number 1 against world number 2. I think Zverev will win the French Open personally, something like that. Something sneaky like that. I don't think he wins this one. I really don't. Do I think it's going to be a close game? It's got potential to be an absolute cracker. It really has. I just don't. Zverev's just going to have to roll a dice on the fitness of Jannik Sinner here. He's going to have to be so aggressive. Not really aggressive, but you know what I mean. He's going to have to be really, really solid behind the serve, and I don't think he can keep that up to a level to just destroy Jannik Sinner. I really don't. He might take a set. He could potentially take a set. I wouldn't put it past him, especially at this point. But I think Jannik Sinner, I've got him at 1.4 here on the decimal as a favourite. Now I'm sort of torn between. I think the spread's 4.5. I don't mind that. I do not mind Sinner minus the 4.5. Me personally, I think at 1.8, is it? 1.8. Sinner minus the 1.5 sets. It's been well. It's done well for me every other time I've betted so far this season, so I don't see why not. It's the only way I would look for this one. It's the only way. Can you see Zverev winning 2 sets? I can't. I can't see him winning 2 sets. I can't believe people were saying Ben Shelton was going to beat Yannick Sinner. Absolute no chance. No chance. Did you see what he'd done to De Minaur in the game before? Obviously, these are completely different contrasting styles compared to Alexander Zverev, but I know what I'm going to get from Zverev. I feel like, and it pains me to say it, but I feel like I know what I'm going to get come tomorrow morning when I'm watching it. Yannick Sinner is very, very hard to beat. He's very hard to grind down. I can't see Zverev grinding him down physically to the point where Sinner's exhausted. I don't. Even though, you know, he looked a bit ropey in the De Minaur game, and then there was a couple of moments in the Shelton game which he looked a bit fatigued, but something happened in the Holger Rune game, in the Holger Rune match, pardon me, and he looked a bit worse for wear. A lot of people writ him off against De Minaur. He absolutely bullied him. And then a lot of people writ him off against Shelton. And he bullied him just the exact same as what he'd done against De Minaur, pretty much, more or less. I'm expecting him to get this one done in 4 at the most. At the most 4. Straight set, 3-1, 3-0. Yeah. I can't see it going 5 sets, I really can't. I think Sinner is just going to be that too much good for Zverev on the day. Look, it's a weird one. I'm not going to say I'm not bothered if Sinner doesn't win, because I would obviously love to win some money on this. I do think he's going to win. If Zverev was for some reason to clinch this title, I wouldn't be mad. I just wouldn't be mad, that's all I'm saying. Unfortunately, I do feel like it's the end of the road. He's done very well to get here. You know, the only thing you can go and do now is just win the title. And unfortunately, you've got someone like Yannick Sinner on an identical mission, and I just don't think you're going to beat him. I don't think you're going to beat him at all. I'm not convinced that Zverev would have beat Djokovic if Djokovic was fully fit. That's just my opinion, but I'm going to have to go with Yannick Sinner on this one. And I'm quite torn between taking the spread or taking a minus the 1.5 set, so you've probably already had a look in the pinned comments. I imagine I've decided by the time I've uploaded it, so let me know what you're going for. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everyone who's subscribed over the past few weeks for the Australian Open. I think we've got France next, have we? I think we've got Montpellier, if I'm correct in saying so. I think I am. In a couple of days, obviously not to the calibre of what this one's been, but I think we've got one day off after the final and then straight back at it. Let me know your predictions, folks. Oh, you bastards, Man City have just fucking 3-1 now. Unbelievable. Anyway, regardless, let's wrap it up. I'm either going to go with Sinner minus the 1.5 sets, or I'm either going to go with Sinner minus 4.5 games. Sound. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Appreciate you stopping by. I think I've already said that, haven't I? Let's go get some cash, innit? Like and subscribe and all that. Enjoy the tennis. Enjoy the final. Let me know who's going to win. See you tomorrow. In fact, no. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Tuesday. See you in a bit.